Welcome to Me Elevate the Podcast Show, and I am your host, Rick Nell. Today is Tips and Wisdom Tuesdays. The topic that we're going to be talking about is being open to being wrong. Being open to being wrong. I heard that like, wow, that's really important, and it's something that I really want to talk about because I feel like being open to being wrong. That means that, in my opinion, how I would address that is we don't always know everything, and sometime in life we may think that we already know everything because of what we was taught. We may even think we know everything because of what we think that we know. Whether that's, through conversations, really digging in and researching and getting the evidence or getting more information. I think that we lack a lot of ignorance because, at the point, if you think that you do know everything, then you constantly bash with different people or you start to bash with these type of individuals. And I think that's where that question come in. That's like being open to being wrong. Are you open to being wrong for what you think that you know, even though everything that you think you know is not what you really know? But it takes you to be able to really do the evidence and get the evidence and do the research and get the information that you may be lacking that we are ignorant to without automatically being defensive by thinking that you know everything. And I never really been the type of person that wanted to be the type of person that know everything. I don't want to know everything and I don't know everything, but I try to seek much information as I can. I think knowledge and wisdom is very important because it can get you somewhere in life even further than the education. Really take that in, what I just said. Wisdom and knowledge can really get you further in life than the education. Even though it takes educational things and conversations and things that we should know that can help us and guide us and can be a tool and an instrument in life. But like wisdom and knowledge, and that's like a part of life, a part of you mentally, physically, spiritually. Being open to being wrong has even made me more humble, more like, wow, I thought that I knew this, but I really didn't know what I think that I was knowing because I didn't have all the information or all the facts that I thought that I knew, but I thought I knew everything. Now, I never been the type of person that's you will ever argue it like I know everything. But what I'm saying is in life, I can still sit here and say that I have been wrong in a lot of situations, not with other people, but even within me thinking that I know something that I didn't know, that I even believed or I thought that I know until I had to really do the research and understand that sometimes we don't know what we think we know. So sometimes we got to be open to being wrong because when we be wrong, a lot of times the information of us being wrong will put us on a whole different level. Mentally, physically, your whole mindset. But we don't see these things. And you can really apply that to not just educational talk by being open, being wrong. This is to everyday life. All type of different type of situations that we all experience. And I think being open to being wrong is a choice that will elevate your mind forever, and it can change your generations, depending on how you think and how that can really make your mind shift and what you're really trying to create, now in the future with God, within yourself, within your family, your legacy that you want to be able to build. So if you are out there and you do feel like that you know everything, sometimes you should just be quiet. Be quiet and listen. Because sometimes if you be quiet and listen and not trying to get your point across or trying to prove that you know everything, you might learn something. You might learn something. And that goes to the same thing in life. Could we be so amazed about everything in this life, from materialistic to the feelings to everything, and not really understanding what life really is or what we here for this life? Our responsibilities that is aligned in our destiny and a mission from the one and only creator that's installed in us, even though it's going to take us different levels to get to that level, because we got to have different experiences in life, even the hard times, even though sometimes we can't even understand the hard times. It can be unbearable. It can be the worst thing that can ever happen into your life. Everybody's experience is different, and we always going to have different experiences. It's a different feeling, and it's a different pain, and everybody takes that pain in a different way on how they perceive it in their vision. But it's a bigger picture here, and we are so in an illusion. And the illusion feels good. It's such an illusion that you know it's an illusion, but you continuously don't do nothing about it. Constantly in a loop. A loop. Sometimes I think, at least me now in this moment, it's okay to be wrong, because you can learn to be right. That goes for any life situation, any type of obstacle, any type of emotion, a situation. And sometimes just imagine if you looked at stuff in a different way, from a different lens. But the only way to see from this lens, you have to really, you got to face yourself, and you got to be ready for that war, because it's a challenge to experience change within yourself. But it take even sacrifices in yourself to really figure out who you are. What's your mission? Why are you here? Why are you created? Why are you the way that you are? And are you doing what you here for a good benefit? Is it bringing value to everybody's life that's around you, or are you bringing value to everybody's life, or is it Is it joy? Is it light? Is it more than just love? I mean, like genuinely, not for intentions or something that can really benefit you in the moment or even benefit you on the line, but this is just real, it's genuine. It's not a lot out there no more how it should be because we're so bamboozled. And I don't even have to sit here and tell you nothing because you know. You know, like facts. But, bottom line is when we talking about the topic of today on Tips and Wisdom Tuesdays, being open to being wrong because you ain't always right. And sometimes we got to be able to hold ourselves accountable, and we always got to hold everything and everybody accountable anyway. Creating trust and honesty, boundaries, creating confidently decisions, better decision making, creating better habits, creating a better version of you because we all ain't perfect. We all ain't about to feel even happy and positive every day. We're going to have our down days or depressed days or days when we don't feel like doing nothing or in pain and we want to relax or we want to whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, we still got that choice. But what choice are you making to not only make yourself better and benefit you and your family and your kids in the long run as you build generational health, generational wealth, generational love, generational business, generational faith, all of these generational things and you creating them and at the same time still giving to the world, not only to the world, it's okay to be like, oh, how you doing today? You all right? You know God love you, right? All right. You know what I'm saying? You good? All right. Oh, yeah, you going to get that promotion. Oh, yep. For real? Next time, it's going to work for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just being the light in darkness. Being the light, period. You know? And don't dim your light and don't think that you have to abide by the world society's rules and what we are told. Have that understanding within you, like have that confidence with your choices and not only your beliefs, but the facts, the validation of the facts, of the evidence, of the research, of the continuously growing and seeking and not thinking that it just stops here when we are seeking information or seeking to learn something. We're not about to just learn it, and go through this 6 months or this year learning and once we get past this learning and it's done in a year, then we don't got to worry about it again. No, that's like everyday life. It's a constantly learning, you know. I'm excited for this because we got a lot of stuff coming on. I don't want to get everything totally wrong right now, and I got to check because I'm not in the back in the studio to get all the names right. We got Networking Mondays, Tips and Wisdom Tuesdays, self-aware Wednesdays, parenting Thursdays, and playing your vision Fridays. We got some specials coming on. I think we're going to do self-talk Saturdays. And Sunday's going to be rest day. But we want to be able to still, have stuff coming out, maybe special or a bonus for our Saturdays. Today has been a great moment and a great understanding. And I hope whoever even watched this or whoever this reaches, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like now this content is for Pacific people. And whoever it's for, I hope that it reach, because it's just like, it's love here. Not only love, I want it to be truth. I want it to be pure. I want it to be real, and I want to be able to show that everybody's real. We all have stuff that we're going through. We all have things in our life that we can't explain or we can explain. We have things in our life that we are putting ourselves in and put ourselves in different predicaments because of choices that we have made, and then it's stuff that happened just we have no control over. You know what I mean? I couldn't be this far. I couldn't be able to do none of this and doing everything that I'm doing. I wouldn't be able to be here at this very moment if it wasn't for God. It would be impossible. And it's a lot of stuff that we can do within ourselves to heal. Heal from the trauma, heal from the pain, heal from the life struggles. It's heal from different life situations, because everybody is different and everybody have different visions or different pain or different stories of their life and different versions that maybe that we don't even know or understand. So while we think that we going through everything, but you don't even know the next story. And not saying that your story don't matter. Your story definitely matters. But at the same time, how do you know when you hear this story that it couldn't be a testimony in your life from wherever you've been or going through, and still be grateful? Because we should still be grateful. Not saying that our story don't matter. It does. And sometimes you may need to tell your story to help somebody else. But I think we need to be really grateful for everything, because we are not always right. And that goes for everything: our thinking, our choices, our thoughts, the understanding about everything, this truth, their truth, your truth, world truth. Figuring out situations of what this is and who you are, why are you here, the understanding of your mission, of everything, your kids, your choices, life, job. If it's time for you to take a shower, what do you have to do? You have to do it now. When it's time to go to work, what do? You do it now. Because it's in that moment. Seek knowledge. By seeking knowledge, the wisdom that you can have and grow is so amazing. And I just want to say, I don't know who you are, but you are at a point in your life where you can change. If you make the choices to do it, I can't give you the choices or tell you the choices that you want to be able to make, but you know the choices that you should do. Because we all know the choices that we should do to make us better, because we lack in certain things, even with our choices, our thoughts, and different stuff in our life. But I'm telling you, you got the power to overcome anything. You know what I'm saying? But we got to be able to hold ourselves accountable and hold people accountable around us. And we want people that's around us to hold us accountable as well. Be yourself and be great. And I am Rick Nell, Mr. Coach Davis. And this is MEELEVATE, the podcast show. And it's been an amazing tonight. Tips and Wisdom Tuesdays. It's fairly new. I want to keep it raw. We're going to keep this in here. And the correct one will be out directly. And this is just amazing. I just want to say thank you. And I appreciate every viewer. I appreciate everybody here. I appreciate everybody click. One person, two people, three people, four people, whoever it is, 1 million people. It's just not even about the views. It's about the message and who can get this message that's supposed to get this message, Y'all have a good one. Y'all be great. Y'all be liked. And we got some other things coming up. But this is the end of this segment right now. And I'm going to leave you with this question again. Are you okay being open to being wrong? Are you okay being open to being wrong? Because it's different choices in our life and we can learn from everything. And a lot of the stuff that I was wrong about in life and my choices that I had to learn from, I learned something that's so amazing that put me on a whole different level. So I know, it's Me Elevate podcast show. It is promotion time. We do definitely want to promote Rick Nail. Yes, I do have a single called Free My Emotions. Free My Emotions is everywhere. You can type it in Google. You can type it in Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Tidal, whatever your choice of platform, it's definitely there. It's an amazing song. It's definitely one of our promotion that you would definitely hear in a lot of the content when it comes to the podcast, when it comes to the actual main company, Me Elevate, who we are sponsored by. And we are happy to be here, and we appreciate Me Elevate LLC. Thank you for giving us a platform that we have. Thank you for giving us Cobra Production Studios as well, that does all of our content and edit it and does everything, which is Cobra Production Studios. Foremost, we want to say just thank you to God. Thank you to God for just being here. Thank you to God for just being grateful and being able to, to even say thank you, God, because we go through so many things in life. And I think that sometimes we not even grateful for the just small things. Waking up, talking, eating, speaking, looking, saying hi to your friends, talking to your family, being with your kids, being with your lovers, being with your family, being with your different situations in your life, your job, just everything, just small things, every little bone in your body, just everything, you know what I'm saying? And I just thank God for this moment. And I thank God for being here. Me Elevate the podcast show have so many things coming up. This is Rick Nail, Mr. Coach Davis is Me Elevate sponsored speaker, which that's the whole point of rebranding these names really into one. Because over the years, it's been so much different building up. So we're going to get that build up here. All right. So we're going to play a little wisdom game today. Is we're going to ask random questions. So we're going to look up random questions. So the first one that I see here right now, it says, number one, who is your hero? My hero is God. Second question, if you could live anywhere, where would it be? If I could live anywhere, where would I be? It would be somewhere definitely got to be peaceful, good energy, good vibe, good location. Come to food, good location when it comes to family. I would say if I could live anywhere, it would be in multiple locations, and I will be able to have the different properties to be able to be at them different location. So I can maybe have a coast in California, have one in South Carolina, have another one in Columbus, Ohio, have another one in like the Caribbeans or something like that. Like, maybe Jamaica is like Jamaica or something like that though. Like that'll be dope though. I don't know. It depends. Let's see how much we got. Let me see. What would you change about yourself if you could? My answer to that is I would change anything that's holding me back, anything that's keeping me from being the person that I don't know I'm supposed to be, that's keeping me from the person that I want to be. Anything that's ignorant to me, when it comes to wisdom that or the lack of knowledge that I don't know, that can help me provide or help me be a better person. That would be my answer to that. Let's see. What really makes you angry? Wow. I don't know how to really answer this question because, anger has been something that I have always, tried to really work on because I've been having anger, as a kid. And anger, I think that a lot of the anger came from different stuff that had happened to me in my lifetime. I think it comes from, your life period, absence, father, street life, insecurities, being made fun of. Like I can just keep going. It's so many different stuff. And I think a lot of that arose and made that a lot of anger, and it made that anger even as a protection. I think I even created anger unconsciously in my subconscious. I think I created anger as a protection to keep me so-called protected, or to protect the inner me that maybe feel shallow, or maybe feel insecure, or maybe feel like not good enough. You know what I'm saying? So even having that as a child, I think a lot of that arose in my anger and being insecure and not really knowing who I am. And it has ruined a lot of relationships, as me growing up, becoming who I am, and me be growing up, a young man to a real man, you know what I'm saying? And even me being 21 and 23 and 25, like I was always a real person, but I wasn't always a real man yet. I was still a young man, or I was even a boy in a man's body. You know what I'm saying? It took a lot of growth and took a lot of understanding to me to be able to be a man. And it still take me to this day growth to really able to be a man, because it's a lot of stuff that was within me that I had to be able to change, because if I didn't change these things within me, if I didn't change these things within my life, if I wouldn't change some of the stuff that I was doing, if I wouldn't change how I reacted through anger as a defense, through anger as a protection, through anger, because that's the first thing you just. So what makes you angry? What really makes you angry? I would say that nothing, because I choose not to let situations change my emotions. Now, as I'm saying this is not something that I'm saying that I have completed and conquered. This is an everyday step, an everyday learning basis. Even you trying to be better as a person and as a man, definitely working on the negative traits of yourself, and you exposing, having self-aware of the negative traits of yourself. And you can own that, and not own that as in still be that type of person or in that situation, no matter what it is. But realizing that we got to change that for us to be better. Not us as in even people around me, us as in me as an individual. You know, like we have to hold ourselves accountable to make ourselves better. So to that answer, I would say nothing. The last question is, what motivates you to work hard? What motivates me to work hard? God, my family, especially my kids, my vision, my dreams, my ambitions, my goals, my mistakes. And not my mistakes where I'm trying to seek sympathy in your mistakes, but seek a learning in my mistakes to where my learning have expanded through a different level of elevating from that situation and really learning and taking them wrongs in that situation and making them something so much better, but not overnight. Even if it took 3 months, 2 months, a year, 3 years, 4 years, whatever the case is, because every situation is different, right? But doing that is so much better. And you always don't have to carry the weight and blame yourself. You have to hold other people accountable. Even you have to hold people accountable, even if you gave them your love, your trust, your understanding, your yes, your no, your job, your friendship, your connections, your communication, like whatever the case may be, because we can go on every name on that. Like whatever that is, we still have to hold the opposite, us, and the situation accountable. You got to evaluate the situation as well. We got to evaluate it to see what's going on. So in everyday life, I feel like we have to evaluate it. So that's what motivates me. And that's my answer to that. This has been amazing for Tips and Wisdom Tuesdays. And I'm excited to bring you so much more. I'm excited to bring life lessons, understanding situations, times, thoughts, understating, vision. I said understation. What is that understation? I don't know. But anyways, I don't know when I'm gonna cut this. This is probably gonna be the one we're gonna keep chopping up, to be real. This is gonna be a great episode. But it's been y'all don't gotta get out of here. And y'all don't gotta go home, but you can go ahead and look at the content. It's like I'm playing. Yeah. And if you don't know, it's me, Elevate the Podcast Show, and I am your host, Rick Nell.
I love everybody in the whole entire Columbus. God, Jesus, everybody. Yay, that's it.
And we out of here. Oh, I should do that too. Like, okay. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, I was walking down the street, and then I seen something that I had to eat. Then I looked over and I was looking everywhere, and I ain't seen nothing healthy. Nowhere. Looking for some healthy food, and I don't see nothing. All I see is fast food, and I'm just straight rushing past it because I don't want it no more. Back in the day, I used to want it so more. Oops. I might have messed up, but cool, I'm back. And if they ain't know we eating healthy like that, it's like I'm playing. I don't know what I'm doing right now, but we out of here, man. Let's get out of here. And look, I'm gonna tell y'all a joke. Y'all want to know something so funny? One time, there was a person, and when that person came, they used to do this. And guess what? That person was always me. But I always knew who I was. Because you have to understand, if you don't believe in yourself, no one will. God believed in you first, so you better believe in yourself. So it's very important, and everything about Do It Now is personal development. Everything about Do It Now is this in this present moment. But you have to be able to love yourself and really love yourself. And if you love yourself, you will have discipline. You will discipline yourself. Because you know, if you discipline yourself, it's for the better version of yourself. You know, if you discipline yourself, it's for a better reason. If I didn't get up and start exercising every day, then I would be in the same position that I was 6 months ago or a year from now. If I didn't take that effort to get up and walk 2 to 3 hours a day, when I didn't even walk 5 minutes, I would still not even be walking 5 minutes, tired, huffing and puffing, lazy. No matter the obstacle, I'ma do everything possible. Keep moving forward, unstoppable. Ain't no challenge in my life impossible. You can make it too, yeah, you. Overcome what you going through. Embrace your power for your breakthrough. And when you elevate, it's a great view. It's hard to lie, so I don't try. If you know